Hi, all. Hope you're doing well. So, I just got off this call. Do not mind my hair because I'm just getting settled in. I just got off this call, right? And I realized that in your life, don't ever, do not ever settle for less, or do not ever alter your boundaries and who you stand for someone else. And I realized that I had did that in my past. I did over the last past years, as I'm doing my healing and as I'm doing self-development and all these great things about myself to get to know who I truly am and walking truly in my purpose. I did something that I have not ever done in my life. I'm a strong believer of boundaries. I have boundaries, okay? I have boundaries. I have morals. I stand on principles and all of that. And I recall, right? And one of my boundaries that I had is if someone cheated on me, a man cheated on me, I would not take that man back because it's like you didn't respect me enough. And I don't believe cheating is an accident. Cheating is thoroughly thought through. It's a plan. It's an intentional act. It's not by accident. Oh, I don't care if you're drunk, whatever. No. Cheating is never an accident. So I would not, when someone cheated on me or did something that I felt like was not okay, I would automatically like it was a dead end. It was like boom, it's over. I'm not giving no, there's no reason for me to give you chances, right? And then I recall when I broke up with one of my exes years ago, I recall like getting ganged up about because I broke up with him. And everybody's like, oh my God, you should give him another chance. He made a mistake. He's sorry. And I'm like, how are you speaking on? He had people, representatives and stuff, speaking spokespersons on his behalf. And I'm like, who authorized you to speak on his behalf or whatever, because I don't want to take him back. So now I had a whole lot, I'm telling you no lie, I had people trying to convince me to take this person back. And I'm like, no, no, because it was a foul act, it was intentional, and it was with someone who was an enemy. It was someone who this person didn't like me because I'm me, and this female, and she couldn't stand me, and I've never done nothing wrong to this person, and then you cheated on me with her, and you knew that me and her were not, kosher like that. And you cheat on me with her. So I'm like, nah, that's a deal breaker. That's just outright disrespectful. You crossed the line. No. So I didn't take him back. I was like, nah, this is my decision. So I broke up with him, kept it moving, and that's that. Years go by, I dealt with this guy. And I kept on kind of allowing the playback of other people saying, "Oh, you should forgive him, take him back, give him a chance," and this, that, and other. So this person did something to me that I was again, it was not in my boundaries. It was crossing the lines. It wasn't something I stood for. But I started to allow the other people's, you know, complaints and stuff get into my head, right? So I forgave this person. I forgave this person. And I allowed him to stay. Instead of getting rid of him and breaking it off and keeping it moving, I did something that I never did in my relationships, right? So I did that. And again, of course, for the first couple of months to a year, it was great. But then after that, slowly but surely, the things that I was broken up with him for started to come back into in the picture. And then I wound up being with this person for more years than I intended on being. And then I felt so terrible. So then when I finally did break it off, after some years go by, I'm like, I'm not going to ever do that again. And I was like, I allowed inadvertently, or through feeling guilty because I had standards that maybe other people felt were high, and they felt like, oh, I was being unfair. But again, this is my life. This is a relationship I'm going to be dealing with, not you. So you don't get to dictate to me what's right, what's too bad, what's harsh. Oh, I should be fair. I should give people a chance. I should do what's best for me, not what you think I should. And I say that because that was the worst thing I could have done is break that, oath that I made to myself, because that was an oath to me. That was a covenant to me that kept me, because by me breaking down, my standards and my morals and settling for less, I was miserable. I was miserable. I was very unhappy. My life was chaotic. My life was crappy. I couldn't stand it. And I was like, no wonder I had boundaries. No wonder I stuck to what I felt like, because when you allow something to happen in your life that you normally don't, because you allow somebody else to get in your ear and tell you, oh, you should, accept this, or you shouldn't do this or whatever, because, oh, that's too mean, that's too harsh, oh, you're just being unrealistic. No, this is my life. And so I vowed again, now I had to go back and commit to myself and say, I will not ever again take anybody, not even just in a relationship with a man, but in a relationship, period, with a man, with a woman, whether it's work, whether it's personal, whether it's pleasure, business. I am not taking no crap. When I see somebody doing foul, it's over, because again, these things are not accidental. People know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And if you feel the need to want to test me to see if I'm real and authentic, no, you done messed up. You done messed up yourself, and you done messed your way out of a relationship with me. You will not ever get another relationship with me again. And I was so livid that I had allowed that. And I'm like, oh no. And I was like, nah. And I will not ever do that again. And so when you set a boundary and you set a standard or something for your life, stand on it. Don't let anybody coerce you, because what they may allow may not be for you, and what you may allow may not be for them. But don't let nobody else try to tell you that your boundaries and who you are and what you stand for is too much. If it's too much for them, then they can go over there and settle for less. Keep your price high. Stand on who you are, no matter what. I learned that. And as I got off this call, I was like, no wonder, I had these boundaries. And I'm like, nah, I have to incorporate those boundaries that I had, that I once let go of, because I let other people convince me otherwise. And then, like I said, I was doing fine in my relationships until I started to lower my standards, for other people, because I was like, oh, well, maybe I am, and maybe this and that and everything. And then I started to think about it. And then I'm like, no, no, stand on it. I don't care, because again, whoever is for you, you won't have to go through somebody trying to test your authenticity. You won't have nobody doing something stupid to mess up that relationship. Not intentional anyways. Now you may get in, things are going to happen. That's just natural. But when you know that somebody's going out their way and they're being intentional to sabotage and ruin and mess up, then they got to go. And you are allowed to do what you want to do. You are allowed to give people 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 chances. But because just like I used to go to this program, right? Years ago, I was a teenager when I was going to this program. And this woman, she was like, she don't give people second chances to do her wrong. And I, at the time when I was, unaware of who I was, then I was like, oh, that's harsh. I was one of those people. Oh, that's harsh. Oh, you need to give them a chance. What? What's the problem with you? Why are you giving? But then as I got older and I started to live life and things happened to me, then I understood very well why she said that. You only give a person one time to F you over. You don't give them 2 and 3 and 10 and 100 and million times to freaking F you over, especially if it's intentional. Now, if it's not intentional, that's another thing. That's different. But intentionality, you know when someone's doing something facetious or not. You know when someone's trying you, as opposed to something may have actually been unintentional. You know that. That's where your discernment comes in. You know that. But when you know that somebody's doing something foul, get those people out your life. Now, again, you're allowed to do whatever works best for you. But I know one thing, that I will not again allow anybody getting in my ear or coercing me, to allow something in my life. If I set a standard, if I set a boundary for myself, I'm standing on it. And I don't care, because again, who I am and who you are 2 different people. What you may allow in your life, that's on you. You can allow it. But me, I don't stand for that at all. I don't stand for it at all. So if you want to allow less than behavior, negative, nasty people in your life, you can do so. But for me, that's a no-no. And I just say that to say this because that was so, like, I was sitting there and I'm like, whoa, hold up. I remember, and like I said, as I am doing the work, okay, I literally am in my healing, era. This is soft girl ever healing stage for Taisha, and I'm doing the work. And the work, oh my goodness, a lot of the revelations and the understanding that I'm becoming to made known to me. And then again, some of the things that I had dropped off, and I said, oh, let me put this on the back burner. No, I'm putting them back up to the forefront because they don't belong in the back. They belong up front because those are my boundaries. Those are the things that I stand for. That is what makes me me. And I not ever again will I ever sit up there and settle for less. And that's why I'm a loner, because I don't like, crappy behavior. I don't like to be played with. Don't play with me, because you really can get hurt like that. That, and I'm not talking, this is not a threat. This is not a threat. It's what it is. I'm not threatening you. I'm letting you know you can get hurt like that. And I'm not talking about because something I can do. I got God on my side, and he don't play about me. Touch not thy anointed, and I am very anointed, and I let God fight my battles. So you need to be very careful of how you treat me, because I got God on my side, and he don't play. And you will mess around and find out. And I'm just saying that to say, stand on them boundaries that you have. If you got boundaries and your boundaries are different from what everybody else says, stand on them. Who cares what everybody else says? Because the boundaries are not for no one else. They're for you, for your protection, for your sanity, for your peace of mind, for your self-respect and love, for self. The boundaries are for self. And if no one likes your boundaries, then that means that person ain't for you. Okay? So I hope that helped, and I hope that resonated with you. So if it did, give me a like, some comments in there. Give me a comment. But again, share, like, comment. Just have a blessed day and stand on your boundaries, okay? Don't let nobody tell you anything different. Thank you and have a blessed day.